All right, good morning. Pain report. Pain is not terrible, but yesterday afternoon, the neck and shoulders pain was too much, and I wasn't able to hold up my head anymore. Bleh. So that is something that has been since my teens. There was a time where I cracked my neck. For the first time, like something really slipped out of place, and I've had problems really with it ever since. And I do have now two herniated discs. I have like so many problems in my neck, so I keep forgetting about it because most of the time I take really good care of my head and neck, and a lot of times I'm preoccupied with my digestive system, which is like a daily thing, right? So when my digestive system calms down enough and I'm taking care of myself enough, often that has benefits for the rest of my body, including my head and neck. And I then often tend to overdo things, like get back into action too quickly because life piles up, right? And like on my to-do list, I see things like a week's worth of errands and chores and little things that need to be organized and thought about and phone calls to make, and all of these things pile up. So that's one of the reasons why I have applied for disability even though I'm only 50, is because I'm not able to bounce back the way I used to. Anyway, so now I'm in a did too much phase, and my neck and shoulders were not up to it, and everything, all the tiny little muscles and things that were really stiff and sore. So I got to slow down again, which is okay. It's okay. All right, so the brave thing that I'm going to do today is, I'm looking on the side here because I have notes. Yesterday I made a lot of phone calls. I made 2 phone calls, but 2 big ones. And now I'm looking through all my little Post-it notes to see where it is. Oh, I bet I put the Post-it note in the house. So, alrighty. Well, so I can't remember at the moment. Yeah, I really don't have it written down here. I brought it in the house so I wouldn't forget from one location to another. So I bring my little Post-it notes with me so that I just don't have any memory that can go from one place in the house to another place in the house. All the thoughts are like poof, right? And then I'm just, I've kind of built up my environment to elicit behaviors from myself. So like my studio is a place where art happens, but there's also a place where reflection happens. So that's why I have my studio. I have my recording stuff in my studio, right? And which is also in the garage. Now, in the winter we call it the garage, and in the spring we call it the studio. All right, so in my studio is where I do most of my reflection because it's private. People know not to come in here unless they knock first, and even if they knock first, I might not let them in. And yeah, and Post-it notes are great because sometimes I can bring them with me into the house and have, because I'll have an idea while I'm reflecting on art, and I'll be like, oh yeah, but I also have to phone this person. Or I have to solve this problem or some auxiliary issue. All right, and then I put the Post-it note on the thing that will help me do the thing that is on the Post-it note. So right now I have Post-it notes on my computer to remind me about what I'm supposed to be doing in my email, because literally I can go all the way in the house, make it to my computer, and sit down, open it up, and then poof, it's all gone. The visual clutter that is on my desktop, which is very organized, it's not actually clutter, distracts me from the reason I actually went to the computer in the first place. It's almost like the working memory that I did used to have before I had COVID is now completely Swiss cheese. Like, it doesn't work anymore. It really doesn't. That's probably another reason why I need to quit the PhD, is because like I cognitively actually don't think I have the capacities that I used to have. And I've been squeezing too much out of this stone to be able to really appreciate what it is. Like, if I'm going to continue with that metaphor, you know? When we put sedimentary rock under pressure, everything that has been accumulated in layers is now pressurized and transformed, and it becomes a different kind of rock. I think metamorphic rock. So it no longer has the properties or the look of what it was before, right? It's something else. I think that's happened to my brain. I think my brain was under so much pressure, and it just finally metamorphosized into something else with different properties. So it's not a young brain, and it doesn't do young brain things anymore. It does old brain things, which are good at different things. And yeah, it's dumb to be doing a young brain thing when you have an old brain, because then I am wasting the old brain talent on young brain stuff that it can't do anymore and putting it in a bad light. All right, 6 minutes is enough. I did get distracted. What was I talking about? My Post-it notes. See, you just saw it happen. Okay, so I have hard things to do today. I have to look at some critical feedback. I have to reach out to somebody to keep the ball rolling with the ombudsman, and I have to make a couple of doctor's appointments for myself and others. So what worked for me yesterday was that I did all the hard things first, but then I didn't have any energy, and I went to bed like around 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and that was it for me. So I did not paint or write or do anything creative or make supper. And I'm kind of scared of that happening again today, but I think it might have to, so that I can get all the crap off my list, so that I can feel really free. And maybe I'll get back to painting tomorrow, Thursday. And, you know, the layers needed to dry a bit and settle a bit and not have me messing around with them. So it's all for the best. But I want to paint first, but then I won't have energy to do all the crap. I'm going to be grown up. Talk to you tomorrow. Okay, bye.